that's loud. Holy shit. Might as well get it in here.
Nick, let me know when you want me to start recording.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay.
We're not going to record the pre-roll because we're just streaming it, so. Also, I very proudly have half of our overlay covered with the movie podcast your mother warned you about.
Yay. God damn it. That needs to be on a shirt. Sorry, I forgot. I forget everything. Well, Sauce, why didn't you remind me when you were over here the other day sitting on my couch?
I'm not your secretary.
Are you not?
No.
I'm not your dad.
You're not my dad. Let's see. Can I transform this? No. Just click into it like that. There we go. Oh, wait. I can't change the size of it because then it's going to fuck it all up on the other overlay. I don't want to do that. Okay. Whatever. We're going to just put it right here. I forgot to add in my Streamlabs overlays, but that's okay. Bum, 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 bum. Player haters. What? Yeah, we're not going to record. Like we're not actually going to like hit record on the pre-roll, just because we're streaming it. There's no point. So yeah, the pre-roll will just kind of be us just doing our normal pre-roll thing, and then the titties.
The what?
The titties.
I heard titties.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I still have Last American Virgin on the brain.
That's what he said. There's no titties in American Ninja.
Unfortunately.
That's not true. That's not true. Michael Dudikoff's titties and Steve James'
That's
titties.
true.
Oh, wait. Actually, well, if you want to consider pecs, I mean yeah.
they're titties. They're still
Steve
titties.
James has got the most impressive.
There are some
pecs.
masculine. They are some fucking cut-ass man titties.
Yeah. They jiggle around like some chicken breasts. They do. They look like chicken breasts, like some lean chicken breasts bouncing off his chest.
As breasts do.
Yeah. That randomly made me want to watch Fantasia.
What did that make you want to watch?
Not a Tarantino movie.
That reboot of the Three Musketeers that Lois Sauce is going to star in?
I was thinking actually recently, because I totally forgot that pre-Batman Forever that Chris O'Donnell was in that Three Musketeers movie.
Mm-hmm.
I totally forgot all about that. I haven't seen that in so long.
We even talked about that. We talked about it not even that long ago.
I know, but I mean, I was thinking about trying to watch it because I haven't seen it since it came out. I saw that shit in theaters, but I don't remember if it was any good. I remember it was fun. Like they tried to make a popcorn movie out of it. And yeah, we did talk about it because I talked about the Brian Adams song, the "All for One, All for Love."
Loisos
Whatever.
Hamilton's coming to Disney Plus on the 3rd of July. Are you excited?
I'm well aware. I'll be watching, certainly.
I mean, I'm very excited because I've never seen it, so I'm super excited.
I have not either. I mean, tickets are notoriously impossible to get hold of, but I remember when it was in DC, I was like entering the lottery every day in hopes that I would get
Oh, yeah.
lucky. But alas. But this is a good opportunity for anyone to watch it. So, Nick, are you signing up then?
What?
Are you signing up for Disney Plus, or are you watching it?
No, I don't have to.
Elsewhere.
I have Dan's Disney Plus.
Oh.
He signed it in when he was here for live stream for The Cure. So I have.
So, Nick, you could have
Dan's.
watched Artemis Fowl.
What? No, I couldn't have.
He just said that he didn't have Disney Plus, so he wouldn't have to watch Artemis
I'm a
Fowl.
busy man, Loisos. I have to
Busy doing what?
anything but watching Artemis Fowl.
Yeah, there it is.
Well,
See?
that's fair.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But that implies that I'm not busy. I'm a busy man myself, and I still
No, you were
found
busy.
time.
You were busy watching Artemis Fowl. That's the difference.
See?
He was busy not watching Artemis Fowl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Priorities, Loisos.
I guess the joke's on me because the movie sucked.
Yeah, but our listeners get to listen to you trash it, and that's what it's all about.
That's what it's
right?
all about.
Yeah.
That's right.
It was the confusion between he and Paige during the review is palpable. I enjoyed it.
Thank
Just
you.
the,
Nick.
the complete lack of understanding of what any of that movie was supposed to be. Just
It's a mystery. It's an enigma.
But now you read the books though. You said growing up, did she?
I think I read the first 4.
Was she familiar with the books as well, or
No.
No,
I mean,
okay.
she knew that the books existed, but I don't think she read any of them.
interesting?
So, I mean, it was differing perspectives, which is always good, but we still couldn't figure out because the film bears extremely pale resemblance to the book. I'll put it nicely and say that. So even I was confused when I was watching it because it didn't resemble anything that I remembered. Granted, I read the books last in like middle school, so it's been a long time.
Which was technically like 4 years ago.
Mm, Yes, precisely so.
Yes, but you wouldn't know
I'd
by.
say more like 40 years ago. Looking at that facial.
That's what I was
hair.
gonna say. You wouldn't know by looking at him
Mm.
now.
No, you wouldn't know now.
I saw him when he was over the other night. We were watching a movie. He was sitting there stroking that thing on his chin. He's stroking it. He's feeling it. It's alive. It's part of him now. It can't go away, Brian. It cannot. You cannot get rid of it.
I'm still not touching it until mid-July, and then I'm shaving it.
Nope.
Mhm.
So Loisos will only be on the show for a couple more weeks, ladies and gentlemen. We're booting his ass off until it grows back.
That's right.
Say your
Well,
goodbyes.
Listen, it's almost equal to, if not greater than, the hobo beard that I once wore on my face.
Once upon a time, yeah.
That was a thing.
It's like EFG year 1.
There was even a sound drop on the soundboard, wasn't it? Where Paul said Justin's hobo beard. It was something.
Yeah, that was a promo that the Countdown recorded for us for our.
That's
show.
what it was. Yeah.
They also said I was Seth Rogen's doppelganger in that, which I get that a lot. I get that from a lot of people that I'm.
Well, I mean, to be
Seth
fair,
Rogen's doppelganger.
not to bring it up, but wasn't that one of the things that your ex-wife said about you?
She always used to say that about me too. Yeah.
I remember
I don't-
when I met her. She
I
was
don't
like, "He
smoke
looks
weed,
like
though.
Seth Rogen."
I don't smoke weed though, and I don't have quite the horse laugh that Seth Rogen does.
You are very, you are very loud like he is, though.
I am
remember-
very loud like he is. Gerald, hi buddy, welcome. Hey,
Gerald!
You know what? Speaking of Gerald, this week in EFG history, 2 years ago, first time Gerald was ever on the show to review The Incredibles 2. How about that?
Where was
That's
I?
That's amazing.
I was at the beach.
You were on vacation, and Loisos was busy hating and self-loathing after watching The Incredibles 2. I figure.
One of the most disappointing movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
I remember when you said that on social media, and you got a lot of heat for that. People were like, "Oh, you're just being overly dramatic," and I was like, "Well, he really took it hard, man. He took that very seriously."
I just don't think that people remembered what made The Incredibles good because it was like 15 years before. So I think it's just people remember The Incredibles being a superhero movie when it's so much more. And that's why The Incredibles 2, I went in with high expectations, because for the longest time, Brad Bird said, I'm not going to make a sequel unless I have a really great idea for a story. If that's the best he can come up with, that's pathetic.
And then, as Caleb said, he should have waited longer.
Or just not made it at all.
I don't have a fucking blue waffle.
Thank you, Caleb.
Thanks, Caleb.
With a title like The Incredibles and how the resale value is of the home video and how popular it is, and it's a big brand. There was no way they weren't going to make another one.
I know.
Just like Toy Story, they finished that off perfectly. And like, oh, we have to make another one because it'll make a lot of money. That's all.
You're
Disney
a big brand.
cares about. I
What the
kind of
fuck?
am.
Get your hair cut, goddammit. You look like a hippie.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I just put it to the side, man.
All you need is to start growing a little bit of a beard, and then you're gonna look exactly like the Hopester. Then
I've had this hairstyle before. I've just decided to put it on the side, and I'm rocking my Zach Morris over here, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. See,
you're like one shade away from the Hopester at this point. I feel.
I can get a haircut. I just don't. I don't want to yet. I'm not ready for that down here yet. I mean, people are out and about.
I actually have to cut my hair sometime this week. Beard and hair both got to go. Gone.
See, you're able to do that yourself. The wife's been cutting mine, but I have to let the sides grow out a little bit more before I actually get a professional haircut. If I decide to do so, like I said.
Why?
What's that?
Why?
Because it's too short to do a proper fade on right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, voice sauce.
Like,
Mr. Loisos that has had the same haircut since he was 5.
How dare you?
Until now.
that's not true. I used to part my hair, do a comb over.
Okay, so the two haircuts you ever had.
Listen,
and then
People want the sauce.
There you go.
That's right. And then in 4th grade, I spiked it up in the front because that was the cool thing to do. That was what Aaron Carter did. So I had to be like Aaron Carter.
I do that now.
Not the whole thing though, just the front spike, right?
Just the front spike.
That was the Aaron Carter thing, yeah.
Gerald, we already said hi to you. Did you not hear me talk about how it was your 2-year anniversary on the show this week in EFG history?
Happy anniversary.
Can he I mean, I can see the microphone slider moving. I can see the audio thing moving, so maybe he's just deaf.
Good man, Gerald is. Good man.
No.
We love him.
No, we don't.
Oh, okay.
Gross. Gross.
I'm supposed to do something with him soon. I don't know what it is. I think he mentioned it to me earlier, but
Finger
I forgot.
banging?
Sorry, Gerald. Something I have to listen. I'm so rusty when it comes to.
Yeah, I said that, Gerald. 2 years ago, you were on the show. It was your first time on the show. You were on for The Incredibles 2, you and Caleb. This week in EFG history, my friend. It's on the Artemis Fowl episode that we just put out. So you probably didn't hear it yet, but.
Do you remember everyone's rating?
I know yours was a 2 out of 10. I can't remember what.
I wasn't on the show to review it.
No, yours was a 5, because you told me ahead of time, even though you weren't on the show.
5? That seems very, very high.
And then you gave me a laundry list of things that you hated about the movie that you. Really...
Oh, that's right. Wait, did you read that on air?
Yeah, I read it on the air. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
5 out of 10. What was I thinking?
I don't know. No, Gerald fucking gave it like an 8. Gerald gave it like an 8. I gave it like a 7, I think, and Caleb gave it a 6.
Okay.
But I don't hold the first one in any kind of regard like everybody else does. So, I mean, the first one I would probably rate like a 9 or something.
I don't hold you in regard.
Wow. Wow.
Getting personal
here. The fucking claws are coming out already.
I take 1 week off from the show. I come in here.
Eat
you guys
some
are
fucking shit, you fucking stupid.
This
bitch.
is what happens when
Just kidding.
we spend literally like 2 hours dissecting The Last American. But we spent longer talking about The Last American version than that movie is.
We spent longer talking about it than the screenwriter did writing it.
That is also very.
I don't know if that's true.
Very, very true.
See, now I posted that episode to the Canon Films Appreciation group on Facebook, and someone that usually listens to the show, especially the Canon episodes, was unaware that I wasn't on the episode, but he predicted that I would be the only one on the episode to defend it and enjoy the film.
That's not entirely true.
I just thought that was an interesting take.
I don't think we were negative about. I mean, we had negative things to say about it, but I don't think we were negative over all about
Overwhelmingly,
it. No, not at all. I think we both came away from it enjoying a lot of things about it. So I
Wait,
don't-
Sauce, were you sure to mention that it was that teddy bear from Friday the 13th Part 4?
he did.
I sure did.
Just making sure, because if you didn't, then I'd disown you.
It meant absolutely nothing to Nick, so I mean,
It means
I
something
mentioned it, but
to me.
I just
Well,
got to sit here
okay.
quietly while Loisos was like, "You're a dead fuck." I'm like, I don't understand what that means.
See, we tried that whole thing when we did the introduction to Friday the 13th, the final chapter at Alamo Draft House, which we did show that on a Friday the 13th. Yes, we did.
Yeah.
And we tried the whole dead fuck thing, exchange between the two of us back and forth. And people kind of just sat there like they didn't know. Like they weren't big enough fans to get the joke.
many people may not have been. A lot of people can't differentiate the Friday the 13th movies between each other.
Then there's something wrong with them. Go to a hospital, get your head checked.
I can differentiate all of them, like really, really well. Part 4 is the one with Freddy Krueger in it, right?
Yep.
Nailed it.
I'm gonna whack your cock right out of your pants and pull on it so hard you'll never want to look at it again. I swear to God.
Oh
I'm
my lord!
why am I? I'm frisky. Something's going on here.
You are frisky. It's because you know what? Because you missed it last week. You weren't here last week. That was really nice. Paige Joy again from Elm Street Radio and from Fred Heads the documentary. Thank you so much, Paige, for being here. It was absolutely wonderful to have Paige on the show. And then we got the Artemis Fowl review out of it. We got the Five Bloods review out of it. And of course, she didn't watch The Last American Virgin, but I described it
actually
very succinctly to her. I described it very perfectly. It's just 90 minutes of tits. Actually, no, it's 80 minutes of tits, and then
Yes.
it immediately becomes a really sappy melodrama.
Yes.
Sorry.
I felt really bad. I mean, I'm very super psyched that she made her way on the show. But I felt very bad that I was not present for that because I'm actually in her wedding to my good friend Dave Ferguson.
Yeah.
That's upcoming this fall. So
Did you get your invitation?
No.
Oh, I got
Does she
mine.
want to have a good wedding?
I'm very good during weddings here, mister. I came to yours. I was not in yours, but I was very well behaved. And
There is a photograph from my wedding reception of your hand on Dan Brannick's penis. So I'm just pointing that out.
That's entirely possible.
That's not possible. It's true. It's there. I've seen it.
Maybe.
I've seen it. I hid most of. I don't even have those wedding photos on my computer anymore. I've quarantined away all of the ex-wife stuff. She officially filed for divorce now, so now it's only a matter of time.
That's very fair. And I'm not going to bring up anything that will upset you. But let me
Bitches
just
can't
tell
get
you.
enough of my stuff.
Let me just tell you, I saw something randomly. I don't follow her on social media.
Is
or
it
anything.
Loy Sauce?
No, but I saw an image of her with, I think, supposed other person. And
Dude, she's been dating another dude since like December. I don't care.
no.
Do you think I don't know these things?
No, but dude, what I'm saying is dude literally looks like the Hopester's best fucking friend. Dude, she took a major step down there.
Maybe he is. Who knows?
I'm
I don't
just saying,
don't care.
I didn't see it purposely. I wasn't looking for it. It happened upon me in some way, and I was like, "Wait a minute, is that real?"
I'm taking a step up because I'm after one thing:
Bitches can't get enough of my stuff.
the sauce. Because
Listen, this is a confidence
People
booster
want the sauce.
for you. I was letting you know because, like, legit. I mean, just saying. If
Gerald
if-
says
if-
he's on his way back to me. See you in 8 hours. All right, Gerald. It'll be 6 a.m. Christine, welcome. Don't judge just on dick size now. Listen, look at his hair and his beard, and tell me that you don't want to plow him, Christiani, because you're lying if you say you don't. Just look at him. On the stream overlay, I have the movie podcast Your Mother Warned You About poster, and then I have the three of us in Whereby, and Loyasos's screen is blown up on the top, where he should be, elevated above everything else because he is the god of podcasting. So, it's important that he takes his position up there.
He will lose the heavenly status though once that beard and that hair is gone.
He's banned from the show. If he shaves that thing, and he tries showing up back in here looking like a fucking 12-year-old. We're banning him from the show until he grows some goddamn facial hair back. Or he could shave the hair off his nutsack and glue it back to his face.
I swear to God that I mentioned that on the show that I did that once when I was really young.
But
You did
probably,
what?
You probably still do that.
You want to know the truth? There's not many people listening, so I don't really care. I legitimately did shave my balls and glue the hair from my balls out of my face. Not even kidding.
Why?
I don't know. I was a kid. I don't know.
Listen, this is why,
why-
Loy Sauce.
He said that he sucked the blood from the penis and put the balls in his
Why,
mouth.
why did I paint my face like Insane Clown Posse and go to school all the time? I don't fucking know. I just did it. Why did I spray Faygo soda out all over myself in front of school? I don't know. I did.
Loy's episode of The Peas is this week. Okay, so I don't need to tune into that. Let's see.
Hey,
What? Can I get a Loy Sauce only cut of that episode? Loy Sauce, just send me your audio for that episode.
I don't have it.
What the fuck? Christine says, or once the mustache gets incredible, get the twist going. There you go.
What I was gonna say a few minutes ago before I mentioned that I did shave my balls and glue the pubes to my face, which I definitely did do. I'm not even lying. I would not joke about something like that. But
I love that all these things come out when we're either guests on another podcast, which is when we were on the countdown and we talked about fucking a pie, and like now we're live streaming. We're of course starting our pre-roll streams this week, and of course he's talking about shaving his balls and gluing the hair to his face.
Listen, I didn't grow facial hair for a long time. I didn't. It just didn't happen. But what I was going to say is, Loy Sauce needs to go at least one day with just the mustache. Get rid of all the rest of it. Keep just the mustache for one day. It's kind of like a unwritten rule when you have a full beard, that your first full beard, that you go at least one day with.
Loy Sauce, do you go out in public very often, Loy Sauce? Still no or yes or?
No, not particularly.
See, you know why, Justin? It's
He
because
doesn't want to get swarmed.
exactly. You take a look at him. I mean, literally, he'd probably get 4 steps out his front door, and some girl would tackle him and start blowing him on his front stoop. He wouldn't even be able to stop him.
She'd rip his pants off, but knowing him, he'd be offended because he'd be like, "Why are you trying to rape me?"
There is no universe in which that would ever, ever, ever happen.
Well, no one will know about it because usually when you leave your front door, you probably have a mask on. Dude comes to pick me up the other day to drop me off because we had the windows in our car tinted. He's wearing his mask in his car. I'm like, why are you wearing a mask, man?
Oh, he's one of those.
He's one of those.
I was out running errands and I was wearing it anyway. And why would I why take it off?
Why put it on when you're going in your car?
I don't even put pants on when I get in the car anymore.
Better safe than sorry, I guess.
Fuck it.
I don't know.
I mean, listen.
Actually, I wear in the car is a face mask. Just cock and balls, flying free, bare chested, face mask.
I've done
That's
it
how
before,
I do.
dude. I've legit done it before on hot summer days. Do you remember my creeper van, Nick? Do you
Yeah.
remember?
Oh yeah.
All right, because I had that when we worked together at NCI, but yeah, they had no air conditioning in it. So there during the summer, like middle summer, I would literally go.
Does this surprise literally anyone that Justin used to own a creeper van? No? Okay.
Everyone called it the creeper van as well. It had a giant Misfit sticker on the front hood, and yeah, it was pretty disgusting.
Christine says hand sanitizer is not lube. That's a good. So speaking of which, Christine, I actually did pilot yesterday. I was watching Upload on Prime, and I was testing out the watch party thing that Twitch is. It's in beta right now. So here's my grievances with watch party. Okay, basically, you as the end user can't control it. Like, I'm hosting the watch party. I pick a title on Amazon Prime that I want to host a watch party for. Once I start playing that title, I can't stop it. I can't pause it. I can't do anything with it. Period. No matter what. If somebody else wants to join in, they have to have Prime and they can log in and watch it. They can pause it on their end. Like, I can pause my playback on my end, but say my playback window gets closed for whatever reason, but the window I'm hosting in is still live. So it well, the actual hosting of the watch party just keeps going. You can't actually stop the actual like hosting of the watch party or pause anything about it during the actual thing. So like basically like if we do watch parties, which I really do want to do because we can do them. It's you have to have Prime. Like whoever's going to watch has to have Prime to do it. But we can host watch parties like once a week or whatever. Everybody sit and everybody get it. But like once the movie starts, you can't stop it at all. You can't, because if you pause the movie or if you like walk away from the like if you refresh it, like it will just catch up to wherever the actual host watch party stream is. Like I can't stop it on my end unless I stop the whole thing, and then I'd have to start it over from the beginning because there is no search bar for it, like where I can track through. There's no timeline where I can track through. Oh, we were 10 minutes in, started at 10 minutes. Nope, doesn't exist. Have to start it back from the beginning.
What?
So it's really, I don't know if they just have it the features for it stripped down because it's in beta still or whatever the case may be. I don't know, but basically like when we do it, like we can do it, but once the movie starts, if you get up, I can't stop it. It doesn't matter. Like it's going whether you're your computer watching it or not. Doesn't fucking matter. Like I said, if you pause it, like because I could pause it on my end, like as a viewer, I can pause it and then say I'm gone for 5 minutes. I hit play. It won't resume where I left off. It will automatically skip forward to wherever the actual host stream is at. It's baffling. Like the fact that there's like absolutely no end user control over it whatsoever is mystifying to me. I do not understand why that's a thing. I'm guessing when it goes out of beta that's something that will be rectified. I'm guessing that won't be a thing anymore. Like they'll give you some kind of controls. Like they asked me for feedback about it during the stream. They're like, how is Watch Party going for you? And I like immediately or was like, are you enjoying your Watch Party experience? As I was like, no, let me control the goddamn thing. Like there's not even a pause button. Like if I want to pause it, like say if you want to have like an interactive watch party, like you watch, like you're going to watch a 3-hour movie or something on Prime and you want to pause it like halfway through and have an intermission. Nope, can't. You can't do shit at all. It's just...
That seems very counterintuitive.
It really is. It's very counterintuitive. And like I said, I don't know if that's just the feature set that they're going to have for it or if that's just that way because it's in beta. I don't know. And I haven't... Well, I don't have the time to do it anyway, but like I haven't put any actual time into looking to find out if that's the actual case, if that's actually something that they're going to do. I don't know. But I guess we'll find out. But it is feasible. It is possible, ladies and gentlemen, to host watch parties of Charles Bronson movies live on Twitch once a week. I've still got to work out an exact schedule for it. It won't always be Bronson movies either. We've got tons of... Prime has a massive library of different stuff we can watch through, but Death Wish 3 will definitely be in that fucking rotation at some point. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. But I'm hoping that when they go out of beta, that it will have more features like opened up for it. Like if I hit start watching and then it gets 2 minutes in and I'm like, pause it, like talk to the stream really quick or whatever. Or like I said, if you're watching like a 3-hour movie or something, like imagine you want to watch like a really long Western or something that they have on there, you want to pause it halfway through so everybody can go get snacks and go get whatever.
Are there even good Westerns on there? I've looked.
I haven't looked at Prime's entire catalog, to be 100% honest. So I don't know. It's just one of those things where we'd have to find out.
Well, that's where I streamed The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance for Film Club, and I know they have Once Upon a Time in the West, and at least they did.
I already own that one, Boy Sauce. I'm talking about
everyone does.
We can't stream the copy that you own on Twitch.
No,
we can host a watch party from Prime.
I want to watch like one of the shittier Westerns that just sucks.
I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of shitty ones on there too.
I'm just saying, I grew up watching lots of shitty Westerns with my grandfather, and I'm like, where are all those? I want to watch those ones. I want to watch the really bad.
Like I said, I am more than sure that we can find whatever kind of garbage you want to find. More than sure.
Sometimes you're in the mood for a Western. Usually, like, tell me if I'm wrong, but does Sunday afternoon not scream to you like...
Sure does.
Old classic Western. I don't know. There's something about that just...
It screams to me the Three Musketeers reboot with Loy Sauce. That's what it screams to me. Because we all know that's what we all want to see.
We should just do like a deep fake and superimpose the soy sauce on Chris O'Donnell's face in the second, or at this point, probably fourth to last reboot that they've done that. Yes.
Welcome, Brad. No, I haven't tried Scener. I don't want to limit the size of the audience. And I mean, Prime, like enough people have Prime where I think like if we had like a whole bunch of people in watching like a fucking Bronson film or something, like it'd be pretty fun to have like everybody in the chat watching Death Wish 3 or something like that along with us on an actual live stream. Like that would be really cool. That'd be really, really fun.
I'd love to experience people all being able to see for the first time the soccer ball kill from Death Wish 5. That would be pretty epic, actually. I'd love to see that happen because, like I said,
Hey, what's the problem?
What?
With the car, what's the problem?
Just get out of my fucking face. Who are you?
We're still in the fucking car. What's it to you?
It's my car.
Now you gonna die.
Oh my god! I think Death Wish 2 is on Prime as well. So
Believe in Jesus.
it is, yes.
All of them are.
Well, you're going to meet him.
Hey, Freddy, hope take care of your dandruff problem.
the good thing is too is if we're doing a watch party on Prime, like they warn the audience when they log in that it could have adult content in it. So that means we could see that a housewife's titties when she jumps up out of the tub before the soccer ball blows.
Yes, that is true. Soy sauce, you probably don't remember the other best one-liner of the entire Death Wish series in part 4. When the dude comes back to his apartment, he's like, "What the hell are you doing?" He's like, "I was making a sandwich." He fucking throws the sandwich at him. Oh shit! That motherfucker flies out 10 stories. I was making a sandwich.
Hey, buddy, you going to eat that sausage?
Was it a sausage sandwich? I really need for it to have been a sausage sandwich.
I need to you know what? After I'm done recording, I'm just gonna watch that movie just for that fucking one.
Brad, listen, if we host live watch parties on Twitch, then you can watch the Death Wish movies live on Twitch. Not Death Wish 2. I have no interest in revisiting Death Wish 2.
It's okay. We got to do 4 though, because you haven't seen 4 yet.
Well,
You
4 we'll
definitely
do is
have
4 is going to be part of Canon Quarantine, but I'm just saying like for the
No, I know.
watch party thing.
No, I mean like
Just because,
again,
the
I
whole
love
reason
too, but-
why we're instead of releasing the pre-roll on the normal feed like we have been during the COVID quarantine and whatever, like we're going to live stream it instead, because if we can build a consistent stream schedule and we can build a consistent stream product, then hopefully by next year's live stream for the Cure we'll make partner. And then when I go back to Twitch to say, hey, front pages for live stream for the Cure 5, they will be like, got it. Done.
Does that mean I need to keep telling more and more teenage dirty secrets?
I think we need one per episode. I think we need at least one per episode, no matter what.
I've got plenty. So I
Jesus
guess.
God, we're gonna hear all about Justin's first masturbation story and every.
I can tell you about it right now if you want.
Every
It
other-
included
No,
a
don't. You
Sega
can't.
Genesis controller.
Not to pardon the expression, but we don't want you to blow your load all at once here, Justin. You got to
Okay.
save them up. We can't just go in full thrust here. You gave them the tip with the ball hairs on the chin. They've had enough now. They don't
I
get
swear to
any more.
God, I would never make anything like that up. I mean, I have an ego of sorts, and that
We know.
100% happened. I literally did it. I remember looking in the
Boy
mirror.
sauce, I love you.
I even trimmed them down so they were all like a similar length and glued them on.
I feel like that would take so much time,
And
and like
it was like 2 hours.
See, Brad, you weren't here. You weren't here when Loisos said he was going to shave it in July. Maybe he meant in July 2021, Brad. Maybe Brad said you have
That's
to
exactly
keep
what
it.
I meant.
Look, Brad said you have to keep it until live stream 5. Then we could shave it live on the air.
Nick, do we ever get to call one of the live stream for the Cure the final chapter?
That'd be 6, wouldn't it?
No, that would be 4, which we already had, which was called
No.
Livestream
Wait a minute,
4.
though. What about which
Cure.
Resident Evil movie was the final chapter?
6.
There
That's
you
why
go,
I thought it was.
see?
That's why I thought it was 6.
Yeah. I knew that.
And then we'll
numbers
call,
don't matter.
and then we'll call the one the year after Livestream for the Cure A New Beginning.
And then the one after that, The New Blood. And then after that, live stream for The Cure takes Manhattan. Who knows? Maybe we'll be. It'll be big enough where we'll actually be live streaming out of Manhattan. It may even make sense.
Does that mean
Sure.
by the time we get to live stream 10, we have to be live streaming in space?
Yeah.
That would be great.
Loisas, you got to start your astronaut training now.
I'll
Could
go-
you imagine? Could you imagine that hair, ladies and gentlemen? If you're watching on the stream, look at his hair. Imagine that hair in 0 G's. Just,
would not be a pretty sight.
I
You
mean,
use
I
a-
think it'd
a
be
decent amount of
glorious.
conditioner. It bounces very nicely. I could tell. Oh, see, he just did a
I
test.
was gonna shake it,
Look at
but
see.
So we
my
just have to
headphones
do.
flew off.
We have to do more and more clever titles as we get further. It's got to be like, I think me and Dan decided next year is 5 stream for The Cure. Of course, Dan just wants them to do them like sequentially as Fast and Furious titles.
Of course he does.
Yes, Brad. Live stream 9 would be Live Stream Goes to Hell.
That's depressing. Jesus.
I mean,
Listen,
the
I
title
started
of
a
that movie-
convention when I started making my my beer cold as fuck series. Justin, if you remember my beers I brew, beer cold as fuck is just like whatever ingredients I have, I chuck them into a random beer and see how it turns out. Some of them have actually turned out really good, but I've been following Batman. I've been following Batman movie titles. So far, I've done Beer Cold as Fuck, Beer Cold as Fuck Returns, Beer Cold as Fuck Forever, and Beer Cold as Fuck and Robin. So the next one I would have to do Beer Cold as Fuck. I mean, I could technically, it never got made, but I could technically do Beer Cold as Fuck Triumphant if I wanted to.
Sure.
that would be like a secret or special
Be
edition.
special like cask only, like a little cask brew, like squirrel it away or something.
I remember though, one of those was the best beer that I ever tasted of yours. I'm almost positive you were like, "Really?" And I was like,
I
"Yeah, the
think
one
it
where you
was.
threw
I think it was
bunker
probably
gin in
Forever.
there."
Forever was really, really good because it was. I'm pretty sure it was like a juicy, citrusy New England IPA. Like Beer Cold as Fucking Robin is a stout because I just made French onion soup with 4 bottles of it over the weekend. What the fuck?
Right on.
Loisas' hair right now is almost emo Tobey Maguire-esque, says Chris Heaney. You're kind of correct. Loisas, can you like walk across the screen like you're dancing down the street? Here we go.
Hold on. Let's see if I can make this
Get
work.
ready, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. That's someone clip that, please, for the love of God. Oh, did
Justin missed it.
Did Justin really leave during that? Oh, you're kidding me. That was literally the finger point was perfect. That was what really made it. That was perfect.
Thank you.
See, I think Chris Heaney just passed out. Or got an erection. Or passed out from getting an erection. I'm not sure. It's a confusing time. Colby Mack, ladies and gentlemen. Justin, you just missed Loisas's Tobey Maguire dance.
That's fine. He does it for me naked at home all the time.
Except, along with the finger guns, he's also pointing his dick. Like,
Sure.
I've talked about it on the show a lot lately. I need to revisit Spider-Man 3 for sure. No response. You know what you just did, Loisas? I think you've been watching a lot of Dinosaur Dracula because you just did the whole.
I've not watched Dinosaur Dracula since October, but yeah, Justin, that's a very good impression of Dinosaur Dracula.
But you just did it too.
It was unintentional.
You want to be just like him, and I know you have a thing for him. You like him. I'm telling him all
Danny's gonna
about it.
spank you with the belt now.
I think he's a very talented YouTuber, and I like his content.
You sure do like
How
his
dare you?
content.
the content's in his drawers. Did we talk about Keaton already, or will that be main show? I don't know.
That's
I was
main
leaving.
show.
I was
That's
leaving
main
that up to
show.
Justin.
That's main show. Good old Joel's main show as well. That stuff deserves to be on the main show, of course.
There you go, Christine. There's your blue balls.
Yep. I mean,
I should-
did anything else happen today? Anything?
I mean,
Anything
if you really felt like it, you could. We haven't done any wrestling talk in a while. You could throw some wrestling talk at me.
Oh,
I miss it.
God,
we
God
got
damn it.
so into the swing of it, and then it went away.
That's right. Well, I did have something prepared. Give me a minute, because I did have. Where the hell is it? It was a while ago, but I did have. Let's see.
Oh. Have I ever seen Falling Down? No, I have no idea what that is.
It's a Michael Douglas, Joel Schumacher movie, and it's brilliant. It's one of Schumacher's best films. One of Michael Douglas's best performances for sure. Let's see. Okay. All right. So yes, I do have something for you, and I might as well give it to you now. It was going to be the last versus series, the last of the versus series I was going to do for you. And this may be pretty easy for you. But for those listening now that have not been aware of what we've been doing, I give Nick 2 wrestlers, and he has to pick which one overall he would pick as the better wrestler, from actual wrestling talent to gimmick to promo, you name it, all of the above. Mankind or the first version of Kane.
Big Red Machine, man.
Yeah, man. The first, the original. Before they cut a hole in the mouth in the mask, and then slowly started to dwindle the mask away to the point where it's like just normal dude without a mask. You know, because Mankind had such an impact even pre-Attitude Era with what you could do as far as wrestling promos and storylines and character development. He really kind of blew the top off of that with what he did with that character. I think for me, the most iconic thing would be the interview he did with JR, where he sat down, he told his whole life story, and
Yep.
all that stuff was very different. It was very realistic, and it was pre-Attitude Era, so people definitely delved into that pretty deep, and that was right before Mankind's his huge fucking back and forth that he had with the Undertaker, who, by the way, I just saw finally said he's done. He doesn't want to get back in the ring again, which is pretty crazy because he's been coming back on and off.
He comes back like ever since he like the last time he when he retired. He's been coming back like once a year to like just run he'll run a storyline with somebody and he'll do whatever. But I mean the sad thing is I mean he's just old now, and like he's always been a great worker. Like he's always put in the work in the ring, but he just can't move even like convincingly fast enough to give like a decent match. Like also basically if you put the Undertaker in the ring, his matches have to be a squash match or something like that.
Well,
same thing with Goldberg. Like when they bring Goldberg back, like even though Goldberg still looks great, like he's like his body is a fucking train wreck. Like that's why all his matches are fucking squash matches, because like his knees are so fucked like he can't do anything anymore.
I gotta say, man, if you get a chance, watch The Last Ride. I'm pretty sure it's what it is. I watched it. Someone ripped it, put it on YouTube, which is the Undertaker documentary.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fantastic, and it shows you all the shit that he would go through year in and year out. Like they must have shot it for a period of 5 years or so, where he would do like cryo chamber, freeze tanks, and all these different things to relieve the pain and stress on his body.
Oh yeah.
A lot like Hogan, where Hogan had 10 back surgeries and shit. Undertaker's had a lot of surgeries. He's had a lot of issues physically. You could tell those last few matches, and they weren't the best, and he was unhappy with them. But I mean, I think it's for the best. The guy's got, you may disagree with me, but I think he has the longest lasting, most iconic legacy of any wrestler overall. for the long period of time that he continued to do what he was
Probably,
doing.
I mean, just straight up in terms of consistency, and I mean, granted, you had the American Badass period,
Which
in
I was
there.
not a fan of.
But I mean, essentially, like that character's been a staple of wrestling for 3 decades.
Yep.
When did he
He
debut?
started
91, 92?
It was actually 90.
Yeah,
They just
so,
celebrated the 30th anniversary like 2 days ago. of
Yeah,
his
where he
first
was like the mystery partner for the $1 Million Man or whatever.
And he debuted as Kane the Undertaker. That was his original name, and they scrapped it like 2 weeks in and got rid of the Kane. So for fans that were around during that period and remember his debut, he did debut as Kane the Undertaker. The WWE Network has since tried to erase that, but hardcore fans know it. But getting back to that matchup,
Yeah,
here,
my verses. Yeah.
Mankind versus Kane, for the first version of Kane, Kane that came out fucking out of the ring. And
See, this is where I have to put my absolute adoration of Glenn Jacobs, the man himself, aside, because politically I absolutely adore the man. He's now the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee. But I absolutely love him. Absolutely love his politics and everything. He's amazing, but I have to separate that away from just Kane, the actual character. I mean, it's got to be. It's just in terms of just spectacle, like in terms of just like. And Kane wrestled some great matches. I mean, Glenn Jacobs was always a great worker as well. Like he put the work in the ring. Like he had a couple of dominant runs and whatnot. He was like an imposing figure. Like it was scary when he would come out and the fire would the pyro would shoot out of the edge of the ring posts and all that nonsense. Like that was really, really good. But it's got to go to Mankind. Like I mean, you just think about well, I mean, Caleb, and it's funny because
are you thinking of the Hell in the Cell?
Yeah, like we have a Discord channel, and Caleb just posted that clip in there today of Mankind getting thrown off at the top of Hell in a Cell by the Undertaker, which was again just one of like the most defining moments of the Attitude Era. I mean, you think about we talked about it like a few weeks ago on the pre-roll, whenever it was the Rock and Sock connection. Even when he teamed up with the Rock, like he was so much fun. Like he and the Rock were they were great partners. It was really, really fun. And you remember, Justin, too, that like during the Monday Night Wars, like that was the shift. Mankind himself was the shift because Raw was pre-taped half of the time.
That's right.
And so Nitro was live all the time. So
and they'd be mentioning who's going to win.
They would mention stuff, and so they went on the air on Nitro, and they said don't switch the channel over because Mankind's going to win the World Wrestling Federation title for the first time ever. Everybody switched over to Raw because everybody fucking loved Mick Foley. Everybody fucking loves the dude. Like, he's such a great fucking worker. He's such a great fucking in-ring personality. Like, and he even got, like, Dude Love and Cactus Jack and, like, all of his other wacky, zany characters and stuff. But, like, everybody, like, that was one of those pivotal things in the Monday Night era where everybody turned the channel over to Raw to watch Mick Foley win the WWF title. They didn't give a fuck it was pre-taped or not. They didn't give a shit,
Yeah. I mean, it basically backfired on Eric Bischoff because that was actually one of the nights where the Raw ratings were actually slightly higher by like a half a point than Nitro just because of that. And they were attempting to get people to stick with us here on WCW Live. Anything can happen. It's like, nope, people to switch back over.
Yeah, because we want to see Mick Foley. We want to see Mick Foley win the title. I mean, you think about like the wrestling matches, like with the thumbtacks, like all the hardcore matches and stuff, like getting choke slammed into a pile of thumbtacks and just getting bloodied and beaten and bruised and battered and everything. And like the dude always put it all out there in the ring, but like just like even hearing him in interviews, he's like the most cool, like fucking laid back, like
he's
awesome
doing stand-up
guy.
now too. He's doing like he does stand-up tours where he just like talks about
that must be hilarious.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
His personality was always the best. That's why it was always funny when they paired him with The Rock, and they just had the weirdest energy together that it worked so well. It just really, really worked so well. And I still can't believe Loisos doesn't know what The Rock and Sock connection is, given his love for, all things socks. You'd think he would know exactly who Mr. Socko is, but
I heard sock.
Mm-hmm. We ought to get in the
I had-
habit, Justin, of just kicking him off of the call when we're talking about wrestling.
I had a feeling that it was going to go to Foley. I mean, anyone in the world.
And like I said, like Glenn Jacobs, like if you want to, like, I'd have a hard time discerning between Mick Foley and Glenn Jacobs. Like if you wanted me to pick that, I'd probably pick Jacobs because he's probably like, if you want to know what I am politically, Glenn Jacobs. That's probably about the closest
Yeah, but we're talking
person
about
in elective
that.
office. But that's why I'm talking the person, though. That's why I'm like, if you wanted to delineate it to the actual person, like I love Glenn Jacobs. I love, like, I mean, he's a staunch libertarian like I am, so I love that about him. But yeah, I mean, Mick Foley, like, you can't pick against Mick Foley in that circumstance. It's not that I wouldn't pick people over Mick Foley, given, you know, a different choice.
Depends on
We'll
which
have to
gimmick
see.
we're going with. It depends on which era and everything else. Like, I mean, you know, you got to
Listen, I'm picking anybody over Dude Love. I'm picking like and again, it's Mick Foley. I love Mick Foley, but I mean,
No, I get it. I get it. That gimmick worked for a very short period of time. It went over really hard.
a
But, I
very
mean,
short period of time.
It
You know
didn't
why it
last
went
long.
over? Because it was Mick Foley, and everybody loves Mick Foley, and it was just Mick Foley doing a dumb, silly thing.
And having a great time and doing a gimmick that he had been doing since he was like 15 years old in his
Yeah.
backyard. Gotta love him for that. But that's it as far as wrestling talk this week would be. I've got plenty of other matchups left over. I mean, some of these guys have got to come back and go against some others, but we'll dig in deep. There's plenty of more wrestling. I mean, dude, Roddy Piper hasn't been talked about yet. I mean, dude, there's so many people.
So
yeah, we'll keep
when we bring Roddy Piper up, I have to pretend that piece of shit movie that he made in 1987 doesn't exist, right?
No, you can remember how good it is and how good he is in it.
Fucking Christ, movie's so terrible. I will never. That's one of my favorite podcast recordings that we have ever done. Was that episode of John Carpenter movies with the countdown, when me and Wayne both shit all over that movie, and
my
you and
view-
Paul were just so mad at us for the fucking.
In my view, it's been stricken from the record. It does not exist, even though
it has not been stricken from the record. I will.
Definitely one of the most fun I've ever had podcasting with you guys in general, with anyone, but let alone the great guys down from Perth. And
That was, you know why you love that one so much is because you got me to watch a whole bunch of John Carpenter movies for it. That's why, because I hadn't seen, like, I hadn't even seen The Thing at that point, I don't think.
no, you hadn't seen The Thing, and you hadn't seen Halloween in a long time.
Halloween was a long time ago, yeah. And then something else, like, I think the only other John Carpenter movie I'd seen was John Carpenter's Vampires. Or something like that.
Which is one of his weakest movies. Sorry,
I enjoyed it for what it was back in the day.
I know I love Woods, but just saying.
Nobody likes Woods anymore.
No, he says too many things people disagree with on Twitter. Didn't he get banned? I don't know what happened with him.
I don't fucking know. I've been comfortably, except for today, because, you know, when you get news as big as landed today, I had to at least peek into social media to see if, you know, what was going on in there or whatever. But, you know, no, I've been very, very nicely and very comfortably off of social media for at least the past week or so. And
Does
man,
does that either include or I mean not include selfies though?
no, because you could post to your story in Messenger. Like, you can just post stuff to your story in Messenger.
I'm asking because I don't know, because I haven't seen in a couple of days, so I don't know if you're including those or not including those.
You know, my thing is I'm not logging into Twitter. I'm not logging into Facebook and scrolling through news feeds and timelines.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm
Gotcha.
not doing. So
I never do that.
Like, I'm going into like the EFG Fitness Challenge Facebook group, which, by the way, if you guys are listening or whatever the case may be, if you guys are listening or you catch this later on YouTube when we port it over there, whatever the case is, you know, make sure you guys head over. It's facebook.com/groups/EFG Fitness Challenge. It's not going to be just a once a year thing anymore. It's going to be like, we're going to probably not every single month, but I would love to come up with like maybe every other month. At least, like, come up with, like, maybe next time Justin can come up with a challenge for something. I decided to do this one because it's my 40th birthday. I wanted a bunch of people to join me to try to reach 40 miles, and we're going to do a virtual, race just because it's easy. Nobody's got to pay anything, so I'm not going to make anybody pay anything to get a bib and a shirt or anything like that. You know, even though I think it would be cool to design a shirt and to have a shirt for it, but I'm not really. I'd have to make Justin design it, because if I designed it, it would just be like literally just, it'd be one of those piece of shit kind of things with just a box picture of me on it being like, Or
Yeah, it'd be
Something.
fun to like do a take on those really cheap, cheesy race shirts that they have, like in those Binghamton races that are always really crappy graphics.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like, it'd be a funny kind of thing, but I don't really think I want to worry about that kind of thing. But we are going to put together. It's going to be a virtual 8K, which is about 5 miles. That we're going to do that on the weekend of my birthday. My birthday's on a Monday next month. It's the 27th. So, since it's on a Monday, I'm not going to make people, especially most people that are working or doing whatever. I'm not going to make people run, especially in the heat of the summer. After work or before work or whatever. Nope, do it sometime over the weekend beforehand. And I'm going to have more details for it over in the Facebook group. But yeah, 40 miles. And then, like I said, it's going to be a continuous thing, guys. I'm doing a daily check-in thread over there every day, talking to people about what they're doing, hoping to inspire more people to lose weight, to feel better, to continue to work. I started yoga. I was on day 2 of yoga today for my, I'm doing them at lunch now since each program is only like 25 minutes. So basically, as soon as my lunch hits, I just get up from my computer, go park myself right in front of the TV, and just do yoga, which is, how I am, Justin. I don't slow down ever. And it actually forces me to stop and breathe and slow down and not overdo it.
A lot of focus, man. It's extremely hard. It's
You know what? But I look forward to the challenge. I need something that's going to improve my flexibility. I need something that's going to help me in terms of, loosening up, especially like I've been doing planking and stuff like that because I've been trying to work on my abs and things like that. And like today, the session I did today had a whole bunch of either forearm planking or straight arm planking in it. And like, I feel the burn in the abs because now, like, sad thing is, like, when you lose a whole ton of weight, like I have, you're left with like a lot of parts of you that are just kind of like, and I'm doing the best I can to just try to, shore them up. That's why I need to get weights, God damn it, so I can, get rid of this nonsense down here. Sadly, the only way to really get rid of like a lot of that kind of stuff is surgery. Really, I mean, eventually it'll take a long time.
I think your arms will be fine. I mean, other areas are a lot harder, but arms usually, especially tricep area, like you have right there.
Well, see, I just need weights.
Get rid of
That's all I need is weights.
I mean, that's literally what I tell you all the time, but I understand if it's not available to you. Gyms are open again. I've actually been going. I've been twice to my gym, my local gym. I went today on my lunch break and there was like nobody there, which is really awesome because that means, less of a chance of whatever. Everyone's cleaning everything. Everyone's being pretty cool about it and feels great. When I was on vacation last week, I actually booked 2 days at a gym that was there. I didn't care about the price. It was that important to me that I needed to get into a gym, and there was nobody there. It was like a personal gym that I could use, and it was awesome. So, if you have the opportunity and you can, and a lot of places are doing deals and stuff like that, even if you go once in a while, that for me is definitely my happy place where I can.
I might actually try to look and see, because I've never actually looked to see what hand weights they have down at the actual weight room that's down the hill here. The problem is if I work out in there, I've got to wear a mask in there, and I don't want. I will die wearing a mask trying to exercise. Like,
that's why I'm happy.
I won't be able to.
Opinions aside, people can say what they want about it, but I mean, Planet Fitness, for example, is not requiring masks, and it is what it is. I mean, I don't think it's necessary. If you're going to take the chance to go in and do it, you're taking that chance anyway. But it's extremely difficult and very hard on you to breathe that hard and that heavy if you're really working yourself that hard to have a mask.
It's the same thing. Like, I went for a run today. I got just a little under 3.5 miles in, but it was hot here today, hot and humid. Like, if I was wearing a mask trying to fucking do that run, like I'd be dead. I would be dead somewhere out there, somewhere on a fucking street. Like, you can't do it. You just can't fucking do it. So like, that's why I want to just get hand weights to work out here. I'm getting a bonus from work at some point soon. So aside from getting a new phone, because I literally can't unplug my phone anymore, it has about 5 minutes of usage when I unplug it, and then it dies. Because my phone is like 6 years old now. So it is finally time to upgrade it. But I refuse to have a monthly installment payment and increase the amount that I'm paying for my phone. So, for my phone bill. So I'm going to buy it outright. Get something. I'm not going to get something brand new. I'm going to get something, a version or two back or whatever. But then, yeah, like seriously, just, I don't know. I don't know what else to really do about it. But then I'm going to get myself, I think I'm going to get like 50s. I think 50s is good for me because I have 25s. I can do like a lot of my like kind of tricep extension, like a lot of extension work I can do with those because they're 25 pounders, like they're good for that. But like the 50s, like I need for like the curl stuff, like I think the 50s would be a good mix in between there. Like I can do like overhead presses with the 50s and, different things like that. So
yep, you could do from behind the head tricep extensions as well if you're doing two hands. Yeah, 50.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%, dude. Loisos still hasn't come over for his training session, so that's on him.
Loisos, we got to get you fucking swole before you shave that goddamn beard.
Well, I have less than a month, so I better whip my ass into shape.
I ordered some steroids. Don't worry about it. I got some trend for you, man. I got some needles ready. We'll pump you up.
He's gonna get you
Thanks,
over to the
bro.
house. He's gonna get you over to the fucking house and put a movie on and start getting you shitty on whiskey, and then all of a sudden you're just gonna feel this pinprick in your ass. You're like, what was that?
He refused to drink the other night, by the way. He knows better now. He's caught on.
He doesn't
He's
want
like,
to.
"No,
he doesn't want you to
I'm
tell any
good."
more stories about him bent over the toilet.
No, I don't think he wants that. Nope.
Why don't you go eat a decrepit piece of crap?
Chris over in the chat said, Brian like Nacho Libre with 3 question marks. And I don't know if he's asking if I like Nacho Libre, which I do. It's a masterpiece. Or if he's saying that I'm like Nacho Libre and that I look like Nacho Libre. I don't know what he's trying to say.
You don't have a curly mop on your head, though. So
I don't.
Yeah,
I'm
I
also-
don't. Yeah, I don't think you look like Nacho Libre. Thank you very much for the host, Fox Pixar Media, and for the follow. And yes, unfortunately, Joel Schumacher passed away. Very, very
Rest in
sad.
peace.
Which was really great. It was great to revisit Batman Forever as we did 2 weeks
I
ago.
can't tell you enough how much I really enjoyed it and how amazed I am at the reaction that episode's got, from the Batman fan community. So many kind words from people, messages and comments and Batman groups and people resharing it. I mean, honestly, the episode itself has gotten reshared over 100 times from however many places it's been posted.
It's doing
So,
well too. It's doing
yeah.
really well in terms of episodes. It's
people
knocking it out.
are really finding that there's more about the movie they like than they remembered, especially if they're revisiting it for the first time in a long time. So I mean, I'm very appreciative, and I'll get to this in the main show, that I'm very thankful that we had the time and we were able to do that before he passed away, because we do critique the movie fairly well. We do go really deep on things we disliked, but we praise the movie. And it's very rare to hear one of his Batman movies get legitimately praised. It just doesn't happen many times anywhere in the fan community.
I think we were worshipping at the altar of that movie is a more accurate way to say it. I mean, except for the the Tommy Lee Jones of it aside, but yeah, it was great to revisit that. We'll talk about it a little bit more in the main show when we record the main show, because this is so. If you guys, if anybody's not familiar with what we're doing here, I guess I should have explained it at some point. But the pre-roll used to be Patreon only, so we used to publish like this kind of random banter stuff that we would do here over onto Patreon for our patrons. Then when COVID hit, we started throwing it onto the main feed as just more content for people to enjoy while they were quarantined, locked away in their houses, trapped in Tommy Wiseau's sex dungeon like Loisos was, things like that. But he's reminiscing. But basically, so after Livestream for the Cure this year, which is a charity that we put on every single year to raise money for the Cancer Research Institute, we couldn't get front paged on Twitch to help to promote the event because our Twitch channel, it's just not big enough. Like our Twitch presence is just not big enough. So instead of doing pre-roll on the podcast feed, we're doing pre-roll live every single week on the Twitch channel instead. So that's what we're doing here. We're getting ready to record, and when we record, we're going to be off the air, so you guys won't see that stuff, but we'll just be doing it. But we're going to be recording another episode. This is the 11th film we've done in canon, I think. 'Cause I saw Loisos was listing them off over on Twitter like not too long ago for somebody who wanted to know what canon films we had talked about thus far. But yeah, this I think is our 11th canon film that we've done in the canon series. American Ninja, Michael Dudikoff and Steve James, and their chiseled motherfucking
another Sam Furstenberg movie. It seems like these keep getting picked. I mean, Avenging Force, we've done Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo. So I mean
when you direct a whole bunch of canon movies, I mean it's kind of, I cannot tell you when King Solomon 2 Electric Boogaloo or Alan Quatermain and the Lost City of Gold came up in the fucking list, I was terrified that people were going to pick it because of our absolute hatred of King Solomon's Mines. I was like, please, for the love of God, don't make us watch that movie.
I'm pretty sure it got a few votes, though, for sure.
It got a few, but not nearly enough.
Listen,
to win.
And Bronson lost again.
Yeah, that's all right. I just got to say, don't fuck with Jack Murphy.
Wilby's coming.
That's all. Wilby's coming. You snuck-licking donkey fart? That is a line from the movie, Murphy's Law.
So American Ninja, and I do love that American Ninja and American Ninja 3 Blood Hunt were up on the list. Am I correct? Dudikoff isn't in American Ninja 3?
Correct.
He's not in 3. He comes back for part 4, though.
Yeah. I don't...
You all right?
No, I don't know. But Fox Pixar Media said, question, what was your first experience with Airplane and Airplane 2, the sequel? I can't remember the last time I saw Airplane, and I don't think I've ever seen the sequel.
I watched them both last spring, back to back.
For the first time?
No, not for the first time, but I'm saying the last time I watched
Not
them.
Justin the first time, no.
Well, the question was, what was your first experience with... That was extremely rude. Jesus.
Oh, hang on. Loisos, I got you covered.
Now you gonna die.
There we go.
I told you I was frisky. I might go shave my pubes and add some more hairs to my mustache later.
Jesus Christ.
He
Should I
said
give
that he
myself
sucked
a
the blood
unibrow?
from the penis and put the balls in his mouth.
Oh my God! Yes,
I don't remember the first time I saw them.
Please, for the love of God, trim some of your ball hairs and then glue it right to the middle of the bridge of your fucking nose to complete your unibrow.
And then post the picture of yourself to the Hopster's dumpster.
Should I do something new and fresh? Should I do ass hairs instead of ball hairs?
Oh.
Wait, I have the laugh track for that. Welcome, Midori. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Walked in on some shushing. At least you didn't walk in right at the part where the shaving the ball hairs and putting them on the... No, Jesus, God.
Shh.
I didn't even say anything.
You were about to. I knew you were going to, though.
This is what happens when he goes away for a week. He goes on vacation. He gets recharged. He gets amped up. He's not here to record. I don't know how he's this amped up. He didn't see just wall-to-wall tits like Loisos and I did last week for Last American Virgin. Go back and listen to that episode. I got it out late, which I apologize for. I hate getting episodes out late and everything, but it just, I could not cut out. Like, it was just, we had such a great time talking about it. We really did. We had such a fun time talking about The Last American Virgin. I don't even know how we found that much stuff to talk about with it, because it doesn't seem like there's that much to talk about with it on the surface. It's so, I mean, it's
the third act alone is you could write a dissertation.
Yeah, there's so much to kind of break down from it. It's kind of ridiculous. So it's, it's just one of those things where, it's just one of my favorite canon quarantine conversations that we've had yet. Really, I mean, seriously.
And Justin wasn't even a part of it.
I mean, that's probably why it was the best, because Justin wasn't fucking here the whole time. like jumping in, talking about balls in the mouth and talking about daddy belts and.
Daddy's gonna spank you with the belt
See,
now.
we didn't have to deal with any of that bullshit. We didn't have to deal with the hopester jumping in here.
They like to call me the hopester.
See?
I have no clue who you are, where I am right
Imagine
now.
if we were trying to talk about Last American Virgin and then every 5 minutes that kind of shit was happening.
I look like shit and I smell like shit, and the urine I've been pissing on myself for 10 years.
See?
A lot of alcohol. I can just smell the booze.
Fuck you. Fuck off. Fuck you.
My favorite part of the fuck you sound drop is I can't clip it clean enough. It's just you can hear me laughing in it.
Fuck you.
Oh yeah, at the end there.
Yep. You just need to. Is what it is. I don't know. I should just use the room soundboard again for tonight.
Please talk to me, please.
What do you think?
Why
Russell?
not?
Whatever you want to do.
I do.
It's 11:30 p.m.
I do.
at this point.
Remember, Loisos, remember when we just started right away recording last week? We didn't prattle on about nothing. But then again, we did record like 4 hours of audio almost. Well, no, it's about 3.5. It was a lot of audio, guys.
It was content. Damn
it
it.
was a lot of content. Thank you very much again to Paige Joy. Go check out, the link is in the show notes for the last 3 episodes. Go check out Elm Street Radio, and go check out all the information for Fredheads, the documentary, the upcoming documentary about the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, which she is directing and is currently in the process of finishing the edit on. So amazing. Can't wait. Absolutely can't wait. And she was an absolute joy. She was so great. And nothing for nothing, but I've been pulling also over on YouTube. I've been pulling those episode preview clips and whatnot. That audio, Loisos, like the audio that I pulled from the video, because that was just OBS, just me recording the actual stream in OBS. Pretty damn good.
Oh, good.
Quality wise, like there was, I mean, she was using her phone, so there was a little bit of a microphone quality issue, but there was nothing we could do about that because her setup was all messed up. I think she's in the process of replacing some of her podcasting equipment she was mentioning. So there was nothing we could do about that. But in terms of the actual recording itself, like, I don't think, unless I told anybody, like now, I don't think that they would know that audio from the Defy Bloods review and from the Artemis Fowl review, I don't think they would know that was just whatever audio was recorded live on the OBS on the stream.
Solid.
Yeah, so that's going to be a good thing going forward. I was doing it for Whereby. I did it through Whereby for 1 week, and I will never do it again because the quality was fucking terrible. Oh, God. He's got his shirt off, Loisos.
It's getting hot in here. What do you want to do about it, eh?
It is hot in this household as well.
It's like
Well, 'cause
80
you're in the
degrees in
metallic
here. I don't use my air conditioning anymore.
At all?
I do once in a while. Like when I got back from my run earlier today, I cranked it. And I was just like chugging water like a fucking fiend and just like sitting in the air and like just trying to cool down because it was hot today. It was hot and humid. Like it really like the full blast of a full summer day here today. But we're going to wrap out on this, ladies and gentlemen. So live audience, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Search for Epic Film Guys. You can follow us on all of those. If you're not following the channel here, make sure you do so every Monday when we record the show. Pre-roll, you guys are going to get it right here live, and then the replay will be over on the Tubes of You, the YouTube channel. So that's Epic Film Guys NY on YouTube because we couldn't get Epic Film Guys when we first signed up for
I
it.
don't remember because I've looked recently and I don't know where those other imposters have gone.
They never did anything with it. It's just one of those things where it was an account that got signed up and nobody ever did anything with it. AC is not negotiable. I disagree because I pay my electric bill and I don't want to pay a high electric bill. So besides, my central air is terrible. Like, okay, it's fine, but like if I turn it on, like even like if I turn it on, like it's 74 in here right now. If I turned it on like 73, it would kick on like every 5 minutes, and it's really insanely loud. And then yeah, nope, can't do the money. I'm trying to save and scrimp and slash every single penny that I possibly can. Yeah, but Chris, you live in fucking Arizona. It's like 130 there. my lord. Don't forget also, ladies and gentlemen, about our fan group, the Hopesters Dumpster on Facebook /groups/Epic Film Guys, or join the brand new EFG Fitness Challenge Facebook group. If you guys want to, like, Justin is super into fitness, I'm super into fitness, Loisos isn't. But he's sexy enough that he doesn't need to be anyway. But yeah, join. It's facebook.com/groups/EFG Fitness Challenge. I did add the links all in here. They should be in the panels or somewhere on the Twitch thing down there where you can access the links to all that. I'm posting daily check-in threads over there. And again, during the month of July, we're doing a challenge for 40 miles in honor of my 40th birthday, which is toward the end of July, and a virtual 8K, a 5-mile race, run, walk. Doesn't even have to be a run. Can just be a walk. Doesn't matter what it is. I have my ceiling fan going right now, Midori. I agree. So, Justin Loisos, anything you want to say to the stream before we run away tonight?
Thank you for tuning in. It's very much appreciated, and we love you.
Thank you very, very much. I really,
He
really,
said that
really appreciate it.
he sucked the blood from the penis and the scrotum, and then he put the balls in his mouth.
Daddy's gonna
That is
spank you with the belt now.
Wow. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen out there watching on the stream, thank you very much. Like I said, 10 o'clock p.m.-ish Eastern time every Monday. Hit that follow button. Make sure, set your reminders. We'll be posting all over social media and whatever when we're doing it anyway. Pre-roll for the show. It's going to be right here. And if you miss it, catch it on YouTube the next day. Thank you guys so much for being here. We are off, ladies and gentlemen, to talk Michael Dudikoff and Steve James's sweet motherfucking pecs in American Ninja, baby. Hashtag Canon Quarantine, guys. I mean, I have to play it now. I said it.
Now you gonna die.
When I watch Canon movies with that intro and I don't hear that, now you gonna die, and it just doesn't sound right to me anymore. Like, I have to hear that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are off to record the episode proper this Thursday. Tune in Thursday on the podcatcher of your choice. There's a whole bunch of them. The icons for them are down below me. Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Spreaker, Stitcher, all sorts of places. What the hell is Justin doing? Oh my God. But yeah, tune in Thursday for a brand new Epic Film Guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great night, everybody. Oh, I should have probably put together like an actual like intro or like an outro thing or whatever. I didn't do anything. I didn't put like a screen or anything. Okay. Jordan Green. Get some green.
I'm making a drink.
I blew that kiss at you, Loisos.
At me? Little old me? I'm honored. I'm flattered.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in.